Hey, what's up, everybody? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. This is me, Warren. Joining me is Anita.
Hello.
Doug is missing. He is sick. So it's just you and me today. Just you and me.
Correct.
What are we talking about today?
Well, the big comeback.
The big thing. The big pink. The big black.
Yeah.
Pink. I feel like that's why like 90% of the people here are today. But if you stick around, you'll probably start off with Cosmic Girls and NMIXX and how we feel about those tracks. So hey, come hear us talk about that. In the news section, we had a lot of stuff about Minijin and NewJeans.
Yeah, per usual.
Very concerning. But hey, we also got the results of KMA that came out, if you're interested in that.
Oh yeah. You heard a discussion last time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are your big takeaways with the episode today, Anita?
My big takeaway was that a particular song was more divisive than I thought.
Oh, that's only because
I was not aware of this.
You have not been paying attention to the online discourse
I'm
around
sorry.
Blackpink.
I thought it was all good, but I guess not. So yeah, I'll let you guys decide. Well, you will figure out which one it was. But to me, it was a little surprising.
If you want to figure out why Anita gave Blackpink a 12 out of 10 this week, you'll have to stick around through the episode. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before we begin, it's just you and me today, Anita. Just you and me. Just me and you. How you doing?
Pretty good. Not too bad. Recording on a Tuesday.
Normally we record on Mondays and release episodes on Tuesdays. We're off by a day today, this week.
Yeah.
Doug is unfortunately out sick. He is unfortunately not feeling well. He has been for the past couple days. And we are hoping on Monday morning that by pushing recording by a day, he'd feel better. He'd be in a good condition to record, especially because of the lineup we have today. Unfortunately, that's not the case. He's still pretty sick. So it looks like we pushed and we still don't have Doug. But, we'll have him next week.
Unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes.
He's not in the hospital. He's not he's just sick. He's not ill or anything.
Yeah. Just takes a while sometimes.
Yeah. All right. I know why everybody is here today. We all know why everybody is here today. The big players are here. But before we get to Blackpink, we have 3 big new releases. We got Cosmic Girls, Bloom Hour, Tic Tic featuring Pabllo Vittar by NMIXX, and then we'll do Go by Blackpink. And we're going in release order. Let's start from the top. You ready?
Yes.
All right. We have Bloom Hour by none other than Cosmic Girls, aka 우주소녀. They are from Starship Entertainment. Their last 3 songs, which was a century ago, is Last Sequence, Unnatural, and Butterfly. Oh man, it happened. They're back.
Yeah, was their last sequence, was it around 3 years ago? 3, 4?
Oh gosh,
it was a while.
It's been something like that.
What was the number I saw? Yeah.
I'm looking on Spotify, and their comeback release, which is not, so none of their OSTs, but their comeback release, Last Sequence, was 2022. So technically, Anita.
4 years.
4 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
So somebody started college and wrapped up before Cosmic Girls came back.
You had a degree by now.
Somebody got 2 associate degrees, that's what it is.
Wow.
Man.
But I'm glad they're back.
Starship
question mark? We'll get to that.
Starship apparently on a roll this year, I think, with Kiki, IVE, and now Cosmic Girls. Almost like back to back to back.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Just a couple weeks between them.
I guess they figured out how they're. I guess they were able to log into their Spotify.
like.
Anyways, let's get to Cosmic Girls. It has been fucking forever. How do you feel, Anita? Does it live up to the wait that we waited 4 years for this?
Well, okay. This is not bad, but it's not great. and maybe that's okay. Maybe that's a safe place to be in the middle, because it felt like a very typical, very general public friendly type of pop ballad. Like the vocals were the main thing here, and production wise, I thought like, okay, money was spent here. Like this, there was commitment to this, but I cannot deny, because I didn't see it at first. I saw it and I was like, wow, this is okay. This is maybe not like the strongest comeback that I was thinking, but it's something. But there is some slight disbandment vibes that I saw a lot of people commenting about, like lyrics wise, maybe. I don't know. I hope we're wrong. Like I hope that this is just more like a new beginning, right? Because I think that's a part of the lyrics where they say like a new start or a new beginning. So I feel like maybe a new era for the group, but I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus.
Is that what you got? Did you get disbandment vibes?
I think that's what I don't like about the lyrics, is like I feel like the messaging could be taken both ways, where
right,
it could be taken as, hey, despite everything we'll always be together, or like despite everything, bro, I guess we could always be together in our heads and spirit. So like you take it for it's either going to be there forever or they are like gone but forever, I guess, is the message. Regardless of whichever it is, I guess it's a positive spin on like the current situation, how they've been missing for 4 years. But it also makes sense, given that this is officially their 10th anniversary single. Like they debuted in February 25th of 2016 with Would You Like?
Wow.
And then Mo, back when they were about 13 people. Yeah. I kind of agree with you. It feels like this track is a pretty straightforward synth pop song. They're pulling on melancholic, hopeful moods. There are these very atmospheric, booming acoustic drums. They have some chanting. They have some guitars. And then they go double time at the chorus. The vibes... The best way I can describe it is, if you enjoyed Shooting Star by Kepler, this will probably be up your alley.
I saw that reference.
Are people saying that? Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel like, okay, purely on an arrangement level and song quality level, like this, it feels like the flow of the verses are a little choppy. The choruses are a little choppy. It's not flowing very well. It feels a little awkward. The sound design of it is not particularly impressive, but at the same time, is it something that I'm gonna complain about? I don't know. Cosmic Girls hasn't been a group that's delivered through impressive sound design or trend forward, aesthetics. Rather, I feel like they have delivered this kind of aesthetic really, really well. And in this case, for this, I guess, occasion, they have a little bit more melancholy. It sounds a little more mature. It looks like, it feels like between the vocals and the lyrics, it feels like we're looking backwards, but also looking forward at the same time. And that's, I think, where a lot of people are getting kind of these disbandment vibes. Like, if you look at the lyrics, one of the things that Bona says early on is, "I will go now wherever you will stay." Clearly they are sad about something, and they are aware that nothing is forever, and therefore they are, sharing this message. So I don't know, the fact that this releases at all, and the fact that Dayoung got her solo thing last year. I guess
Right.
shows some level of like interest from the business side of things about doing music with Cosmic Girls. Just feels like half-assed commitment sometimes, and this doesn't. This doesn't feel like half-assed commitment, but maybe like 3/4, like 3/4.
Right. Yeah. Well, like, I guess to me, I felt like sometimes when it comes to disbandment, it's, and I think we've covered a couple of videos recently where it feels like we were just like trying to push this out, like song wise, video wise, like the production, maybe money might not have gone to this. But in this case, I felt like there was some level of commitment by the company to some extent. So I feel like, I don't know. I guess I don't want to think it's disbandment if they're putting this level of investment into it. Yeah, because I don't know. I guess it would feel weird to do it like that after 4 years. I feel like, I don't know. Or maybe this is just like a test to see, like, can we get this going for a couple more years? Or will this be it?
You're like injecting hopium into my head right now. Like, so you're telling me if I buy enough of this, I have something. If you know,
I don't know.
Truly, I'm gonna guess they don't know themselves. Like, I mean, nobody's gonna commit to anything really. But I do agree. On the flip side, it is very nice to hear some of these members' vocals again, because I do remember that this group began as a group that felt like it was pretty weak vocally, and then it was very nice to see them over time kind of improve and develop and grow as artists. Like Yeonjung, everybody knows that she's very solid, and while we're missing people like Daewon in this comeback, Subin sounds great. Yeoreum sounds a hell of a lot better than she used to, like particularly her, really. Sora still sounds great. XE is not rapping, but she is like still present in the same part of the song, and she's providing a very nice vocal riff that I wasn't really expecting out of her. It felt like a very commercial choice to put Taeyong as the first chorus person in the track.
Can I just say something? I was so curious how she was gonna show up in the music video, because she had a very very different aesthetic in her solo work, right? Last year, like very like grungy, more on the sexy side, which was like very, very different than what Cosmic Girls was doing. And I feel like in this music video, I feel like they were trying to like merge the two, so like keep some of her new aesthetic visually, like hair wise, clothing wise. But I feel like I could still tell, like, oh, that does look a little different compared to the rest of the members. Not a bad thing. I feel like, to me, that reassures me that there's commitment to her as a soloist in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just couldn't help but notice, because I did have the curiosity of like, oh, I wonder if she's gonna look different to fit more of the group aesthetic. But I think it worked.
Yeah, I mean, you got 8 Cosmic Girls, and then you got this one Gyaru. Like, like her nails are like the size of her. I'm like, how do you type? Also, like the heels she was walking on, the first chorus.
Yeah.
I've never walked on heels. I don't know if you've ever walked on heels that high, but like I was like, that's a circus, right? I don't know how you managed to do this. Like, shout out to her.
I feel like it was to her aesthetic, as her solo aesthetic, like the image that she was doing, or maybe that she just wants to just keep for the rest of her solo career. But I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. A very interesting choice. I think that reflects on her as a soloist, and like maybe the commitment to that image.
I I mean, for sure. I think personally for me, I was also very curious about how they would pull it off, and I thought it was interesting. First of all, I thought it was kind of well managed how they managed to kind of like merge in those aesthetics. And by the time you get to those group scenes where you have Garo Dayoung with the other members, like I'm looking at 204 here.
Yeah.
It feels, if Dayoung was the same, if she was still the same cutesy, super chocomi Dayoung, I get the vibe that it might have been like, oh, like Cosmic Girls. It's like we never left. Oh man, you know, peaking in high school kind of vibes. You know, like I've changed so much, but they haven't. Like I was worried that it would feel like that, but because Dayoung is there and she's clearly gone through some sort of arc on her own, and she's come back. It almost feels like everyone was out doing their own little separate things. They got some growth and they came back. And you know, that's good. I like that. Yes, I want Cosmic Girls to be Cosmic Girls, but I don't need Cosmic Girls from 2017 doing the same 2017 thing. You know what I mean? Like, Secret was great. I don't need another Secret. You know what I mean? Like, so in that mind, in that headspace, this is clearly a group where even though they're coming back after 4 years, it feels like we've had a lot of growth. It feels like they've all had, some of them have had their own little thing. You know, some of these folks are, you know, obviously out there doing, you know, acting things.
Yeah.
Some more actively than others, which is why they might be missing from this thing. But hey, otherwise, like, we're almost all kind of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where in like my head I have a lot to say about how I feel about this track emotionally, rather than song quality wise. Like if this was, for example, released by the fucking Soju girls as their like third comeback, I'd be like, oh, terrible, fuck ass, boo boo boo. You know, I'd be like,
the context matters. Yeah,
the context matters, and I don't think I could ignore context when I'm, you know, talking about these songs, particularly because this is a group that, like, I don't know if you feel this way, but like, to me, like, they were a big part of my college time.
Oh yeah. They kind of were that same timeline.
Yeah. Like I remember freshman year or sophomore year, I guess. I was
sophomore year.
Yeah, I was doing
end
research.
of freshman year, beginning of
Yeah, I was doing like research in like a lab for like psych. I forget what it's called. So it was like developmental psych lab. I was like doing lab work because I needed lab credits for my back then psych major, and then I was listening to Secret on loop while I was doing that thing. And then eventually I Wish came out and it was Secret and I Wish on loop for a while. So if you think the score is a little high today, that's that might play into it.
That's the emotional bias right there.
Right there. I'm a person.
Yeah, I'm glad we got something. I feel like it's worse when you just don't get anything and it's just,
oh god, yeah,
just nothing, and then you just wonder like, oh, what happened there. But if it is disbandment, that would suck. But I really hope it's not, or at least they have like more of a proper comeback run before disbandment, because I feel like this was released, but I don't know if they're promoting it. I don't know if they're going to be on music shows for it. I haven't seen anything for it, so maybe not. So that'd be nice if they at least got to do that.
At the very least, according to the Korean wiki, they're going to be on It's Live, they're going to be on Dingo Killing Voice, and then they're going to do something with the Y Magazine.
Okay.
So,
well, it's something.
It's something. All right.
We'll see.
Let's move on. You want to introduce the next track, Anita?
Yes, we have NMIXX featuring Pabllo Vittar with Tic Tic. They are from JYP. Last couple of songs, Blue Valentine, Know About Me, and High Horse had a really strong year last year, 2025. So this is, I guess, kind of like their first new thing for 2026.
I do want to start by saying that, like, if you tuned in last week, I had a whole thing where, like, I was like, oh, like, NMIXX, I think they're gonna sweep. Effie, she's gonna sweep. They both won nothing.
What?
In the KMAs, they won nothing.
How? How did Effie at least not get anything? That seems weird.
We'll stick this into news if you want to, but they've been nominated a whole bunch and they all won nothing. So
Yeah.
I mean, here we are.
Wow.
NMIXX, yes, Tic Tic. I think it was previously previewed in their back when they were in Brazil.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this is
They went to Carnival.
introduced- Yes, Carnival, and that's why we're collabing with Pabllo Vittar.
Pabllo Vittar. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not super familiar with her. I believe her pronouns are she, hers. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But not super familiar with Pabllo Vittar. I know that she has been a fan of K-pop, as somebody on TikTok. I read somebody on TikTok say.
Right. I think they they both worked together, NMIXX and Pabllo Vittar, on another song a year or two ago, I think. So this is not like a new collaboration, really.
Oh,
but
I had no idea.
I feel like this is a very like a different vibe for them, and especially like I think it became a big deal because NMIXX was able to participate in Carnival and perform with Pabllo Vittar in Carnival, and as far as I know, I think NMIXX has been maybe like doing some promotions in South America, because I saw that they were a featured artist at the music festival Viña del Mar, which is a really, really big music festival in Chile, in that city. And I saw a fan cam of them performing this song at the festival, and the crowd was pretty good. Like, I saw someone say that if you didn't know, like, the crowd was there till 2 a.m. Like, they were performing at 2 a.m.
Wow.
And it was really loud. So, like, it was really impressive that they were able to keep the crowd going till their performance. So, yeah, NMIXX is doing really good. Doing great in South America.
Wow. I mean, I had no idea how the music scene works over there. So that's 2 a.m., man. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a really big festival. So, yeah.
I mean, I am seeing the video, and this is not for Tic Tic. They didn't release a music video; they released a performance video, and it looks like it is clips pulled from the festival itself. I mean, the crowd is it's a very responsive crowd, and for what it's worth, the members are doing a great job of like performing on what looks like a floating truck, bus.
Yeah, it's like a bus. Yeah.
God damn.
Platform.
This is crazy. I not that I particularly enjoy big events like this anymore, but maybe for 7 years younger, maybe.
Oh, you're not that old.
How do you feel about Tic Tic? On my end, it's interesting them going for this sound. It's definitely not the same kind of vibe we had with Blue Valentine or Spinning on It. Both of songs, no, very different. If anything, I was getting a lot of the same vibes I was getting from like some of the B-sides off of Blue Valentine. Like this particular album, I did check out a whole bunch. Phoenix, Reality Hurts, Rico, all were tracks that leaned heavily into like dance pop, electro pop, some Latin pop as well, particularly with Rico. So I know it's kind of in the NMIXX wheelhouse. But I wasn't really expecting them to go full funk, if you will. The track goes after funk heavy, bass heavy sounds, with these pretty, I don't know, they're driven drums, crisp bass, I don't know. How'd you feel about it?
Well, I kind of ran into the song because they were doing some promotions, like reels or shorts, where they were just doing a little bit of the chorus, which I think, granted, that is the catchiest part of the song for me. That chorus bit. So yeah, I guess I kind of saw that they were going into this Brazilian funk sound. I would say that I feel like it's not quite as like like in its natural state. I feel like it does have a little bit of a K-pop friendly sound to it. Like I feel like it fits and makes. I think it's merging the two. I would say, being like pop friendly, but also like that influence of the Brazilian funk. So I think it works. And when I heard the full song, I feel like the energy is really good, but I still feel like the chorus is the highlight. Some of the verses were like, they had an interesting melody. There's this part where Lily, I think it's the first verse Lily gets, like towards the first section of the song, and she has this interesting way of ending like her phrases where she like just goes up like that. It kind of trails off. Right. Yes. And I found it a little odd at first because I don't think it happens again. Sorry, in the song. Hold on. I got a cough.
Shit, Anita, if you leave me as well, I don't know if I can run the podcast by myself.
Sorry, no, I think I have like something in my throat.
do you want, go get a cup of water.
Let me get some water, but
let's stop recording.
That's the part.
All right, stop recording. Anita, go get your water. We're back.
We're back. I had some water.
You feeling better?
A little bit, yes, I'm good.
I was like very worried for a second there.
I was really trying to finish my sentence before I started having a coughing fit. But
coughing.
Yes, as I was saying, that part with Lily was an interesting section, because I don't think they do it again. Like, I don't think another member does the same thing in like a second verse. But I don't know. I guess it works. It kind of had like a fun vibe, and the song itself is that type of vibe overall. But I don't know, that some sections of the verses I felt like were they took me out a little bit of the energy because I thought they were a little odd.
I generally agree with you. I that part in particular, I thought it was going to be the bridge or the build up. Wasn't the case. Looks like it was just a part of the first verse.
Yeah.
And then we go into the actual first verse. First build up, which is a little bit more of that talk rapping thing. Da 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 da, like that kind of thing. I thought it was really good when Pabllo did it.
I agree. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, it was great. That was the moment where it made a hell of a lot sense of bringing her in, having her do something in her range that felt like is not NMIXX typically does or is good at. And I say I don't think it's something they're good at because other than this song, I've also heard them attempt similar things in their previous stuff, particularly with like some of their earlier releases, like Dice, for example, which I think I've been pretty clear how I feel about that song. And to me, it felt like it wasn't particularly solid when Lily did it or when Bae did it right before in that first verse section. A lot of the members, I don't know, I understand that sound aesthetic wise, it might be within what NMIXX has been doing in the past year or so. But I don't think I was sold on like this being a good fit for them. And it felt like they were singing out of their kind of, I don't want to say range because it's not like high or low for them. Just isn't something that I think NMIXX typically does a good job of. So I don't think it's the Latin pop. I don't think it's particularly the funk. I think it's the way a lot of these melodies are written feels like it's not playing well to the strengths of NMIXX. It's not like I'm expecting Blue Valentine. I'm not expecting Spinning on It. I'm not expecting what was the one before that? Like let me look it up real quick. High Horse or Know About Me either, because I know they are not like the kind of songs you would perform at an event like this, particularly when you also have Pabllo in the house. So I understand the decision to go forward with something that's a little more dance heavy, so something a little more upbeat. I don't know. I really was not impressed with this one, I have to admit. And it felt, I don't know. I do agree the chorus is catchy as hell.
The first part, like the Tic Tic part, is the catchy part, and I think that's the part that I saw a lot on the
TikToks,
like the reels, the shorts. But to me, I also feel like the second section of the chorus, when they just sing, also felt like it was more suited to their strengths, because I feel like the vocals were strong there. Particularly, I want to say Haewon section when she does the chorus was really, really good. So yeah, I think maybe it is an issue of like just not being the best of fits in some parts. Yeah, because I don't mind it. I feel like if they did something else like this again, I wouldn't be against it, but maybe tweaking some stuff so that it's a better fit.
I do think this track does stands out in a positive way, where a lot of K-pop songs, whenever they have a non-Korean artist feature, it really feels like a commercial move to collaborate, bring audiences together, It a lot of the times whenever K-pop acts bring on these foreign artists, it feels like a marketing move, like a campaign, if you will. Oh, look at us, we're collabing with this other person. And the track often does not do a good job of playing to either of their strengths, if at all. Like I'm thinking about Boy With Love, because BTS is coming back soon. Yeah, and Halsey was on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's the point of having her here? I don't know.
I feel like that's how I feel about some cases where it's, I don't know if it's a matter of strengths or not, but it's like, does the feature feel necessary? Like,
right.
Does it feel like they're adding something substantial to the song itself?
And this is where I feel like Tic Tic is doing a really good job. I feel like I was leading people on. That was not what I was trying to do. I was just rambling on. This is where Tic Tic is doing a really good job, because it really made sense to have Pabllo Vittar on here. And even though I'm not familiar particularly with this artist, she sounded solid. The sound felt like a good mix between K-pop and what I'm gonna guess is Latin pop mixed with drift funk. Not that I've heard Latin pop mixed with drift funk before, but the press releases is calling it drift funk, so I mean that's clearly what they're, I guess, going for.
Yeah.
So in my head, I don't know, for a weird strange turn of events, it feels like we're like playing to the guest artist strengths a lot, but at the cost of like someone like Lily, for example, who has, I think it has she does a really good job at certain things, but that skill set tends to be a little limited. Same goes for Bae, and same goes for Jiu, who I don't think they are an artist that does a great job of everything. That sounds hella negative. They are really good at what they do. That's the other way to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they tried some new things in this one. I think Lily had like a rap a sing rap section at some point too. So I feel like it's not bad to like explore different skills or like a different section that a member wouldn't typically get. Because sometimes it works, sometimes it's surprising and it's really cool. I think for this particular time, because I think maybe it has happened with NMIXX before and it was great. But for this particular song, I think some of those choices maybe were not like a super great fit, but it was still like, I think it's still an enjoyable song. I think it, like you said, is an interesting, and I think maybe more of an example of like maybe what we can do with featuring artists, so that it feels more like a collaboration than just a feature. And yeah, I think this has really opened a lot of doors maybe for NMIXX in Latin America and like South America, specifically because of this collaboration. So I feel like good things will come from it, but maybe in this particular instance, it wasn't like 100% there.
Let us know how you feel about the track. This is clearly something that's a little different, and I would love to hear what people have to say. Let's move on. Let's pivot. The last track, as I alluded to earlier, I like 95% of why people are here this week, I think, is Go by Blackpink. They are, as a group, from YG Entertainment. Their last 3 songs is Jump, Shut Down, and Pink Venom. They have also been gone for a couple years. When they're looks like Born Pink, which was their last album release, was also in 2022. So
but Jump was their latest group project, right? Like latest group release, which was last year.
Yes, but it's also a pre-release for this mini album that dropped more than half a year early. So take that as you will. Lots of discourse online about Deadline. Lots of discourse about Go. I think it's a very divisive song, very very different from what Blackpink does. I guess you disagree. You think it's a very typical Blackpink song.
Well, I guess if you're a Blackpink fan that has liked the Blackpink sound, right? Because I think this song is very different than what Blackpink typically does as a group. Maybe that is why it's divisive. Where it doesn't. If you just told me like, if you just showed me the instrumental and you said like, who do you think this is? I wouldn't immediately say Blackpink. Like I wouldn't have thought that it would be them. So to me, that is cool that they're doing this sort of sound a little different than what we would typically expect from them. But I guess if you're a fan is more used to and has typically liked their sound previously, maybe it's not your cup of tea.
I think it's definitely not. It's definitely expectation breaking, if you will. It's like the 8th episode of Star Wars in a way.
Okay.
subverting expectations. Expectation subversion. Use the Force to break Starship. I don't know. That's where I think a lot of people are approaching this song. I do agree. It's very very different from the sound of Blackpink that we've gotten used to. Now I want to provide a bit of context because other than Go, it's been a very long time since we've covered Blackpink on this podcast, and I have, from pretty much the beginning of the podcast, I have said that the signature Blackpink sound is pretty outdated. It is something that to me felt very dated and played out in the sense that YG has been recycling the same sound formula, sound design aesthetic for like a decade before Blackpink debuted. So in my head, I have been asking them for change for like since their like debut, essentially. That being said, I think Go is very different. Jump was very different. but Go is different in a way where it feels once again very trend forward. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the sound design of it. For some reason they pulled out mid-tempo bass, industrial, I guess post-industrial EBM sounds. If you're familiar with the electro scene, EDM scene from France in the early 2010s, like people like Geschaffelstein. I've never heard this name said out loud, so I don't know how to read his name. But Geschaffelstein, people who were like doing EDM right before it became dubstep in the early 2010s, in the late 2000s. It feels like we're pulling some inspirations from that sound, albeit the chorus with that beat drop feels very modern. It feels almost a little dubsteppy, very post-industrial. And then they layered on the pop melodies that Blackpink is incredibly good at, as you have seen with songs like Lovesick Girls or Apatu by Rosé. Like, it feels like we have done what I have been asking for the past decade, which is modernizing the sound using the talent that Blackpink has. And therefore, I think it's great. I told Anita it's a fucking 2. It's not a 2. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I think
you lied. Oh my god. I was prepared to be like, well, dang, maybe I'm just not that harsh. Like, I'm not that critical anymore. Because I mean, honestly, I enjoyed this. I think.
Oh, okay.
The sound is very cool, like you mentioned. The EDM influence is there, and I mean, paired with the visuals, I think it went like super well. The space almost like futuristic vibe they have going on was really cool.
Space boats,
and it made sense. Yeah, space rowing. Yeah, like the motifs they used were interesting. I didn't find them like super cliche, so that was cool. I think. When I was thinking of the EDM influence, because of the visuals, I was thinking of like the more modern, like you've seen those EDM festivals that people go to where it's like a huge screen in front of the DJ and there's like huge graphics and like there's like a huge drop and everybody has their phones out. So that's kind of like, that was the vibe that I was getting, where it was like very grand, meant to be like this sort of big experience. So I don't know. I was impressed. I think I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't really know what it was going to sound like. But yeah, I think this is interesting. I think I wasn't sure. When I first heard the chorus, I thought
What's up with the chorus?
The instrumental bit that comes in right after the go part, so like I guess the drop, was, I feel like, oh, this is very like EDM type structure. Like this feels like, oh, this is what you would play at a festival like that. And I feel like, oh, I wonder if like, is this? I enjoyed it. I thought like, oh, this is cool. But I also felt like maybe this is what people are maybe having some differences on whether they like it or not. It felt like, oh, this feels very like performance heavy. Like, oh, like this, I would expect this at a festival. Like, I don't know how well it translates to just audio only, or people who are more used to like the K-pop structure where there's like a dance break or something. Because there was no choreo that I can see in the music video. So I don't know. In that sense, I feel like maybe Blackpink is trying to change some of their sound, some of like the performance aspect, or like it feels mature to me. I feel like this is an interesting path to follow. So I don't know. Maybe if you're not a huge fan of like this EDM type of sound and structure, it's not. Maybe that's why it's not.
I mean, to be very blunt, like it's not too far off of like the classic Blackpink bangers. Like, okay, let's kill this love. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Like it goes like that track is trap EDM trap, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. We're still pulling from EDM music. having a riff chorus, like a beat drop chorus. It's just previously we had, to be very honest, like a very blunt, like a very predictable, beat drop with like bang bada bang 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 bang, like that kind of melody. And I don't know. I always thought it was a little played out, and like Big Bang 21 did it back in their day, like so. I understood why it's popular because it was always a formula that worked. But to your point, I think the chorus, the textures on the chorus is very well done. It's designing a sound like this is just a fuck ton of effort. I know that for a fact. Holy shit. Maybe it's not built for K-pop dancing, but at the same time, like I agree with you. It feels a lot more mature than where we were. And if you think about the fact that they've been around for 10 years, yeah, they've got to progress.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they've got to change. Yeah. Like, oh my, like, okay. You know what almost pissed me off this week was like the amount of people that were complaining that this is not a classic Blackpink banger, and I'm like, if you want to listen to Kill This Love, it's not like Kill This Off is like Kill This Love is off of Spotify. It's still there. Turu Turu is still there. How You Like That is still there. Like all these tracks are still accessible and like you can listen to it.
Yeah.
If you want the same song, listen to that song. I want people to change. I want artists to do something else and progress and develop and keep going forward. And I feel like this is a great
yeah.
Like I feel like this is a great job of like this track does a great job of like making that next step. Did it happen too late or too early in their careers? I don't know. That's a separate conversation. But what makes sense is that they made that step forward, and here we are. So on one hand, I because I feel like that progress happened way too late in their career, I am somewhat empathetic with the people who are let down because that sound, I'm very well aware that people love that sound with Blackpink and they want more of it. And it also goes for the other side of things, like people who love Lovesick Girl, people who love As If It's Your Last, or like, these very mid 2010s festival driven pop songs. Like, sure, like there's a lot of people who associate Blackpink with that aesthetic, and they were like, oh, very let down that's not what we're getting. And the song sounds empty. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you just don't listen to music outside of K-pop. And this is kind of where it shows.
I don't know. But I feel like I do want to clarify, too, that I am still a fan of the older Blackpink songs.
Yeah, you're different from me.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was having a good time with their other stuff, too. But I feel like this to me feels like it is of the time, if that makes sense. Like it feels like the sound that they're pulling from, the visuals they're pulling from, like everything to me feels like, oh, this feels very current. This feels maybe even like trend forward in a way, because forward, I feel like we're kind of leaning towards this more like electronic sound now in pop and in music in general. I feel like mainstream at least. So I feel like this makes sense. I feel like this is cool. I'd like to see that they're trying different things. Maybe I think I saw that this was also like the first song that they've all like had like writer credits for. Like they've all participated in the writing of it. So I feel like maybe it's a shift because now they're more involved in the music. Maybe, I don't know. It's cool if it is, but regardless, I think it's nice to see something different. And if it works, if it sounds great like this, I feel like I don't think there's any harm in it, in artists changing. Yeah.
A couple things I want to kind of hit real quick, because I know we're rambling a lot today.
As always.
I thought Jisoo sounds fantastic for once.
Yeah.
And
they all sounded good. Yeah.
They all sounded great. Jisoo I call out in particular because with a lot of the songs that Teddy produces, it felt like he doesn't really know what to do with her vocals, and he just sticks her into doing what Rosé does. It's just I don't think Jisoo is good at what Rose does. They have very different qualities in their vocals, and he just decides to give them the same parts, and it just doesn't sound. It sounds good for Rose. It doesn't sound good for Jisoo. In this track, however, it feels like, I don't know what I got with Jisoo. Maybe not long, and I would have wanted more, but personally, I think she sounded great. And on a Blackpink track, that I don't know, just rarely ever happens. Another thing was the rap. Lisa and Jennie have this back-to-back rap verse in the second verse after the first chorus, where they plug in the word "go" a whole lot. Go get it.
Sure
I'm gonna go get it. Gold medal. Gotta go.
Go dance.
Go dance. I go and I wanna go. All right, that was a little too much. It was like we didn't have to be that literal, guys. It flows really well, but when you're reading the lyrics, it's like, did they? Were they working with GPT over here, like asking it to plug in the word "go" every opportunity they have? I don't know. That felt a little forced. Wasn't a super big fan of that, but otherwise, I don't know if I had real complaints.
Yeah, no, I think everything made sense. Then we had like the slow down portion at the end. I think that's the section where I thought like Rose really, like her vocal tone also really shined there. So I feel like everybody had a good section where like, yeah, this makes sense for them, for their vocals, for their skill. Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was. I felt like it was very solid all around. Especially, I mean, if I felt like they were pushing boundaries, if anything. It feel. I also really liked the kind of theming of the song between like. Between the focus on like being a team going together, and then visually that translated into like rowing, ship motifs, and then they were like doing a little bit of group choreo with the oars. And I grew up watching this Korean variety show called Infinite Challenge. If you watch Hang Out With You, he was on that show for about a decade, and they had a whole like rowing episode, series of rowing episodes for about like 2 months, where they were like competitively rowing as a group of like 9 kids. And like, having seen that, I know that rowing is a very difficult like group sport, and you have to be like perfectly in sync, and like you have to like, there's a guy who like sits in the front and he's like, attention, like so.
Oh yeah, the leader, right. There's a term for it, but yeah.
I forget what the term was, but like he like yells out things, and like whenever Blackpink is like, Blackpink will make ya go, I'm like, oh, rowing. Row machine.
That's the call, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. I gotta fucking start rowing now. So I love the energy there. It's not like high on dopamine like it was with like, but like, I don't know, like at this point in their career, I think it's a great kind of a sidestep, if you will, to kind of take. Now there's a lot of things that Blackpink is under fire for online. With this comeback in particular, I think it's worth mentioning. One, the music video is clearly leveraging a lot of generative AI. Two, there's a guy called Dr. Luke, who is very present in a lot of these credits. He's not here for Go. Go does not have Dr. Luke. But track 3, Me and My, and then track 4, Champion, it looks like it is head produced by Dr. Luke himself. So if you are out of the loop on the drama there was a series of accusations that came out, particularly with the pop star Kesha, where she accused him of SA. I mean, I'm not gonna spend like the next 20 minutes explaining that drama because that happened for like a whole decade.
Oh yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, and to be quite frank, I don't know every detail to comment on it in a very detailed manner. It's not K-pop. It's not my wheelhouse, but it I don't know. I was like, you guys have all these producers you can work with, and like,
why him?
Like, really? Like,
yeah,
is he even that good anymore? Like really? It is worth. On the flip side, though, what was interesting is that I know that Diplo took a big part of the production in Jump, and then Chris Martin and Circuit also took a big part of the production of Go. Both Diplo and Circuit, and then I think like Benny Blanco, are like I don't know if it's like an official thing, but like I see them doing stuff with Dr. Luke very often. It seems like that's like a collaborative semi circle of producers there, and it now looks like Blackpink is kind of leveraging that pop production powerhouse, if you will. I don't know. It's not gonna tell people what to do, but it's in this day and era. I don't know. Interesting choice to have him on the credits
on the album. Yeah.
What I will say is I haven't finished the short EP.
Oh yeah, I haven't either.
But I did check out some of these songs, and I was like, maybe I'm not gonna listen to the whole EP. I think I'm good. So I don't know. Take it for what you will.
Yeah.
Is that everything we wanted to discuss with the huge event that is Blackpink?
Well, I had a question for you, Warren.
Oh shit!
Since now I know that you actually liked the song, because I thought maybe you were gonna trash it. Do you prefer Go or Jump? Because you're a big Jump defender last year.
I prefer Go.
There you go. There we go.
Go is way more up my alley.
Yeah.
I like Jump too. Don't get me wrong, but like I think
you really like Jump.
I really like Jump. I still like Jump. I still like it. But I think Jump. Sorry, I feel like Go is a lot more refined and like clean. I am very well aware. The thing is, the moment I heard it, the moment I went through the song, I was very well aware that like this is going to be divisive. There's going to be a large chunk of people who don't like it. I know that it's not something that Blackpink usually does and Blinks expect. And I also am I'm gonna recognize that this is not general public friendly of a song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like if anything, I feel like the producers in the room knew that when they were making this track. So, if anything, I kind of respect that they took the risk to put this shit out. Like, Jump is a EDM rave banger, whatever, you know, like, yeah, you know, that's, yeah, like, yeah, of course. It'll work in certain situations. With this track, it felt like they were definitely taking a bigger risk and a bigger jump. I have no idea when we'll see this group ever again as a group of four. We rarely did in this video.
They get to perform it.
Yeah, I mean,
at least, yeah.
Do they still do music shows?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
But maybe like at a festival, maybe, or I don't know, something.
Yeah, like Coachella or like whatever. Like we'll probably
something like that.
See them eventually. Maybe at a tour. That is not the Deadline tour because the Deadline tour is like over at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you have a preference between Go and Jump?
Go, for sure.
Go, for sure. Okay.
Jump. I was already not the biggest fan of Jump, and I feel like I have not been fond of Jump.
Oh, damn.
As much as you have. So I like this. I like the sound from them. I'm looking forward to see what else they do in future group projects, whenever that might be. But
Well, if you're not
I'm
a
enjoying
big
this.
fan of Jump, might I introduce you to a remix of Jump that I have on YouTube? And
I heard it. I think I heard it.
I think
Yeah.
that is our cue to move on.
Yes. I'll go over this other big new releases from the past week. We have At Heart with Shut Up, One Pact with Sane, Ascent with Still Rose, Youngji with Robot, and Sungyu with When I Think About You.
Okay, I did see clips of the music video from the Youngji track. She was playing this. She was playing a person that turns into a robot. It's not a big spoiler. I was like, it's kind of funny. And then like An Yujin shows up.
Oh,
I was like, whoa.
interesting.
Flexing your social network here. Anyways, I'm going to get my visuals on the screen because Doug is missing. So we're going to flip over to SojuScore in 3, 2, 1. All right. SojuScores, we're going to rate these songs. Doug, fortunately, even though he is sick, he gave us his scores out of 10.
Nice.
I'm going to start with Bloom Hour. I'm sure he'll give a commentary, when he's back later. He's a big Cosmic Girls fan. For Cosmic Girls, he gave the beautiful score of 7. Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Anita, what do you want to give Bloom Hour?
Oh, now I feel bad. Like I said, I feel like it was kind of in the middle space, safe space, which I think makes sense, but I kind of wanted a stronger comeback, so I gave it a 5.
Holy shit. Anita, you think it's right bang average? It's crazy.
No, well, yeah, maybe. A little bit.
I'm sorry. I feel like I broke you just there. I thought it was good. I thought it was. I am going to be bluntly honest, and I think I am probably being biased here a little bit because of my history with this group. Do I enjoyed every moment of the song? No, I think it definitely has its weak parts, particularly in the first verse. But I'm glad we got this. The members sound great. The chorus is great. I want to hear more. We don't know if you will. I have a 6 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
I think it's good.
Okay.
The Nation. I know The Nation is a big. There's a lot of Cosmic Girls fans in our community. The Discord server gave it a score of 6.69, which brings
pretty good.
Our average to 6.17.
Pretty solid.
All right. NMIXX. Doug gave. Let's see what Doug gave. Doug gave the score of 6. He thought it was just good.
6. I agree with Doug. I also gave it a 6. Like I said, there were certain parts that I think were not a great fit sometimes for the members, maybe. But it's still fun. I think it's a fun track.
I thought it was not a track that I would particularly return to. As I like to say on the show, if someone plays it, I probably won't skip it. I probably won't play the song myself. Particularly because if I want to listen to NMIXX doing really well on beats like this, I have the whole middle chunk of Blue Valentine to lean into. It really feels like I'd be more satisfied hearing the parts that Pabllo was doing. So, in that mind, I today have a 5. The Nation and the Gochu Gang gave the score of 5.68. Look at us. We're pretty.
Okay.
We're all about the
We're
same.
on the same.
Yeah. Average score comes down to 5.67. 567.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Blackpink, BP, Go. The title track of their EP in however many years. Doug gave it the beautiful score of 5.
Whoa.
Shit. He thinks that's a bang average.
Dang.
Damn. Well, it's a shame that he's not on the show today.
We'll ask him about it next time. But wow, I didn't think it's gonna be that low.
It is what it is.
For me, Yeah,
What do
for
you
me,
have?
like I said, I enjoyed this. I think it's a cool sound from them, and I would recommend this. I give this a 7.
You gave it a 7. I have a friend who listens to our episode. I have a friend in real life who listens to our episodes here and there. I don't think she listens every week. But we were catching up. We were hanging out at a party last weekend. We were catching up. I showed up late, and 5 minutes after walking in, she comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, good seeing you again. It's been a minute. By the way, you seen that new Blackpink thing? What do you think? What score are you giving this shit?" And the answer I gave her was, I am leaning between an 8 to a 9.
Whoa. Whoa.
I gave it a lot of thought over the weekend, and I listened to it a whole bunch. I don't know. I don't think it's a 9, but I do think it is well above what I think it's well above the threshold of a song that deserves Hall of Spice. So I have an 8.
Wow. Okay. Whoa, okay.
The community, nation, Discord server gave it the beautiful score of 5.58.
Wow. You're right. It is divisive. I see now. Wow, that's a range.
Hey, if you gave it a low score, let us know. Leave me those comments. I would like to know, and I'll respond. The YouTube Studio app, my notifications weren't working. I figured it out. I fixed it. I will reply to your comments in the YouTube. The average score comes down to 6.39.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, 6.39 is still pretty solid.
That's not a bad score, but wow,
Yeah.
I'm really surprised by the range.
I am carrying that score on my back. So Blue Hour by Cosmic Girls gets the score of 6.17. I was gonna say Go by NMIXX. That is not Go by NMIXX. Tic Tic featuring Pabllo Vittar by NMIXX gets the score of 5.67. Go by Blackpink gets the score of 6.39. That wraps up this section. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
We're going to show winner.
Show winners. God damn
Show
it.
winners. We only have one. And it's IVE with Bang Bang. They won on M Countdown, Music Bang, Show Music Core, and Kigayo. So 4 wins for them so far. I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either.
Congrats to them.
Somebody said IVE is the girls' generation of this era, purely based on the amount of like chart success,
Music wins,
and the music show wins.
Hey,
I don't know.
That is a discussion.
Are they winning that like 4th generation girl group battle? That I think we got to revisit that conversation later, but we got to save that for when Doug is here. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
And we're back. We're back with the news. Anita, did you have a good break?
I did. I had some more water so I don't cough again.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad the water is working. We're starting off the news section with some important announcements about Minijin. She's still around. In fact, right after we recorded last week, she went ahead and did a press conference on the 25th local time, 1 p.m. At 1:45 p.m. On the press conference, she was like, you know what? She offered not to take the 25.5 billion won, which is $17.8 million that she won if Hype drop. She has offered not to take any of that money if HYBE drops all the lawsuits against the New Jeans members. She says, quote, I propose to HYBE that in exchange for giving up the 25.5 billion won, they should halt all ongoing lawsuits to date, including those involving the New Jeans members and everyone else caught up in this case. So, in other words, she essentially said, I don't want your money. Drop all your lawsuits. Fuck, I got this other boy group thing I gotta fucking do. Stop this shit. That's what she said. In response, HYBE said, we have no positions on this matter. Period.
Nothing.
Nothing. HYBE has reportedly paid 29.25 billion won as a judicial guarantee deposit to the Seoul Central District Court in relation to its ongoing legal battle with former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin. This follows the court decision on the 23rd to grant a stay of execution, suspending the compulsory payment of Min Hee-jin's put option proceeds until the appellate court renders its final verdict. So in other words, HYBE was like, hey, like, please don't let her cash out because I appealed. This is still ongoing. Like, don't. And the court said, yeah, you guys appealed. This is ongoing. No cash out just yet.
Not over yet.
The official court documents, also this came out last week. Official court documents from the HYBE versus Min Hee-jin case now show that Min Hee-jin refused HYBE's proposal to engage in sajegi, which is the Korean word for album sales manipulation. The same documents confirm that other HYBE groups have previously benefited from such practices. And this account here has some quotes from the actual court documents. 자체 검사를 통해서 2023년 두 건의 연반에 대해 각각 7만 장씩. Okay, there were some albums that were manipulated, if you will, and there was an attempt to exaggerate the sales numbers.
But she refused. Like, she didn't want to be a part of that.
Apparently, Min Hee-jin refused, according to the result to these reports. Yes.
Interesting.
So there's a couple things to unpack here. First thing that happened, Min Hee-jin was like, hey, like, let's call it good. I don't want your money anymore. Like, let's drop it. But the context here is that it's not like she could cash out yet anyways. But on HYBE's side, it looks like the stuff about the album sale manipulation was a little more than just hearsay in the industry, if you will. It's a bit of an oof on both sides. That's my takeaway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Still back and forth.
I guess we're still going with this. We're never gonna wrap up. I imagine we're probably not going to get too much more details of the album sales manipulation situation with HYBE, particularly because that's not what this case is about. If it's true, I don't know. It's very shady. I don't know much to say there.
Yeah.
And then you got any other comments before we move on?
No, I guess. Well, I had already heard about what Min Hee-jin was proposing about, like dropping the lawsuits and whatnot, and I know that some people are also maybe taking it as like, her trying to protect herself or like saving some face because they assume that Danielle might also counter sue her because of everything that happened. I don't know. I feel like it's getting messier, and I mean, it was already messy, but like,
benefit of the doubt where benefit of the doubt is due. Yeah. Like, maybe she is actually just sick of all this and she just wants to call it quits.
Maybe. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like the money they have to pay their lawyers is way bigger than the cash out amount now.
Oh, yeah. The amount of time and money they've spent on all of this on both sides too. But I mean, HYBE is a bigger company than Min Hee-jin, so yeah. I don't know.
As an individual, that's a lot to cover. So, let's move on. Anita, I heard you got some news about the group you were talking about.
Yeah, kind of related to this. Some news on New Jeans and their members. So New Jeans is reportedly planning a comeback with only 3 members, excluding Danielle and Minji. And this is coming out after CCTV of the 3 members rehearsing for the group's return in a different studio, including in London, was leaked by an account from Korea, sparking rumors that accuse Hybe. So that's where it started, where there was footage of these 3 members practicing, rehearsing, and then assumption that we have a comeback as 3 instead of 4.
Okay. New Jeans, the last time we saw them on stage, there were 5 people. Danielle has been kicked out, so that's 5 minus 1 is
Officially,
4.
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
5 minus 1 is 4, not 3. Well, no, what the fuck's this shit about?
Right, but I mean, as far as I know, Minji has not been officially, I guess, reinstated or like they talked, right? I think that's where we left off. Where like they were still in talks with Minji,
You're right.
Adore, Hybe people were still in talks with her. When we found out that Danielle was officially out.
But that was like last year. How long are you guys talking for?
I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't think the details have been really mentioned, but
they gotta record themselves talking and put it out as a podcast like that. Let's move on.
Yeah. So the dance studio has responded to a concerned fan regarding the leaked footage of New Jeans members, confirming that the individual responsible was not part of their team, suggesting that the leak may have originated from someone within Adore itself. The individual has been formally identified and reported to the police. So yeah, it gets messier, but yeah, dance studio, and then Bass Dance Studio, which I think is the one that had the footage. Later went on to make official statements regarding the CCTV footage leaked of the New Jeans members. Kind of just stating that they were it came to their attention and they had an internal review. And their findings indicated that the image was captured and distributed by an individual undertaking an internship with Bass at the time. Yeah, so it seems like maybe that is who they were claiming was involved.
But then this happened.
Yeah. They then deleted their statement regarding New Jeans leaked footage after it was revealed that they do not hire interns. So the previous claim was not valid, I guess. I don't know what's going on, why they're going back on this. So I guess we still don't know who leaked it.
Blaming it
it's an individual,
non-existent fucking interns over here. Let's go through this whole section first, then we'll talk about it briefly.
Yeah. So the New Jeans mobile app Phoning announced that they are reorganizing their currently content available, and therefore Danielle conversation history in the messages tab will no longer be available. So kind of separate from this, but kind of also reiterating that Danielle is officially out.
Damn, that's a little harsh.
So, yeah. And New Jeans have also been reportedly planned to release an album back in December of 2024 and embark on a world tour in 2025. Of course, that didn't happen, but though the plans were canceled due to the legal dispute. I think we were kind of already aware of this, that they were prepping for something. I think they themselves had also mentioned that things were not looking as they had planned, but I guess confirmation of that there was supposed to be a album and world tour that didn't.
The fact that we never got like a full length album as 5 is gonna fucking drive me nuts for the rest of my life. Yeah,
because I I feel like people are entitled to have their opinions as to how everything went down, the members, the company, the personnel, everybody, the staff. But the music was really, really good.
Yeah.
The production behind it,
Yeah.
the whole package was really, really good. And it's just going to be hard to recreate all of that. Or, just it's hard to just go back to that now.
I mean, the reports are saying 3 kids. I don't know. Again, 5 minus 1 is 4. I guess Minji's still up in the air. Like, drop that podcast high. Adore fucking. I don't know what's going on with the Base Studios situation. Like, do you guys have interns or not? Like, this is silly. Like,
I feel like I don't know if it was like a missed oversight to like make a statement without verifying the information. But I mean, apparently the individual has been identified and I don't know, maybe being questioned. I don't know what the process is looking like, but I don't even know we don't know who this individual is, the relation.
I mean, even that, I don't know. Maybe I question that because, like, if they even reported to the police and, like, there's a formal legal procedure going on against them, why are you lying about having interns? Yeah. And then being shady about it in the background, you know what I mean? Like, this is a weird situation.
Weird.
The fact that we're getting something, I guess, is better than nothing. We'll have to see how that plays out. I've been pretty transparent about how I feel about a hype-driven New Jeans, given that a lot of the releases that Hype puts out with their girl groups has been not particularly my favorite, other than New Jeans. So we'll have to see where that goes, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on. Next, I got some news about Pabllo of 21.
Oh.
In an this came out just today. In an eerie Instagram post, Pabllo accused Sandra Park and said that Sandra Park framed her as a drug addict by covering up her own drug issues.
Oh.
And if you'll see in this footage here, let me adjust my screen. I'm doing a lot right now because Doug is missing. But she had this whole like, "Dear citizens of this country, hello, I am Pabllo." But she wrote a handwritten letter about how she is being framed, about like her the drug situation. She is saying that she is a ADD patient. She was not doing drugs, hard drugs, if you will. And that she was covering up for Sandra Park, who had been caught for doing drugs. I believe to a certain degree this is not untrue, because I'm not going to say anything about the Sandra Park part, but she was caught with Adderall at some point, and Adderall was in the gray area in Korea for a very long time. I don't know if it is still. I'd look it up, but like I'm also sharing my screen, so this is what it is. There you go. She felt wronged, and she wanted to put that out there. Following that, Abyss Company today, when asked regarding Pabllo's revelation on Sandra Park, Abyss Company put out, "Our exclusive contract with Sandra Park has now expired, so it is difficult to confirm the issue." Meanwhile, on a separate note, a source close to Sandra stated that the allegation is groundless and Sandra is worried about Pabllo's current health.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like if that's what I'm putting out. If I'm Sandra Park and this actually happened, if it didn't happen, regardless, that's what I'm telling these folks. Like, on the other hand, I believe, the stuff I said about Adderall aside, like she has, I think she was also caught doing meth, which is, that's not Adderall. the saga of I think someone needs to check in with Bakbom continues. We are collectively concerned here at Soju Talk Entertainment. I don't know what I am.
Yeah, no, I think for a while now it's
Yeah.
been concerning. Some of her actions, statements.
Let's move on to other bits of news.
Yes. Kind of going over big winner, singular, in Korean Music Awards. Big congrats to Jennie for Jennie's album Ruby for winning Best K-pop Album at the KMAs, which we kind of mentioned last time. Some of the nominees, and she got it. And she also won Best K-pop Song for Like Jennie. So big win for Jennie.
Big wins.
Korean Music Awards. Yeah.
The official Wikipedia has now been updated with the winners. As for pop album, Chanyeok won Eros. He also won pop song with Endangered Love. For hip hop, it was Sick and Lil Mosh Pit who took album of the year with K-Flip and then song of the year with Love 3. Yoon Dae won R&B album of the year. Churai Travis won song of the year for R&B. I think that's pretty much all the genres that typically our listenership would be interested in. Definitely go check it out if some of these sound interesting to you. Album of the year overall was 소수민족 by Churai Travis, which I will admit is a great album. I don't want to downplay that at all. In fact, I picked up their first LP as a vinyl when I was in Korea earlier this year in January, and I was looking for the other one too. Sold out everywhere, so I was pretty sad. Just didn't think it was as solid as I just didn't think the second album was as solid as their first one, so it's a little bit of a surprise, but I'm not complaining. Song of the year went to Endangered Love by Chanyeok. I mean, great song. A little surprised, but not complaining, I guess. Musician of the year went to Han Roro, which is one of the bigger indie rock musicians of the current generation. I really felt like she was on the come up all of 2024, and 2025 was definitely a come up year for her as well. But I guess in hindsight, this was the year that really established her in the indie scene. She had a bit of a big rise, kind of similar to Silica Gel the year before that. She, if you're not familiar with her work, which I don't expect you guys to be, because she's not doing K-pop. She does, her last album was about, actually, trigger warning. Her last album was about committing suicide and, like, moving away from that, stepping away from it, putting hope into that. So she has a lot of depth to her music, the emotional depth, lyrical depth, both. I think she is delivering, and she gained a lot of popularity. I just liked Effie and NMIXX, I guess. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's those two. I think were the ones that we talked a lot most last episode, because Effie had a lot of nominations, right? Like in several categories. So I think to me it was surprising that not one, right? Like not any of the categories that she was nominated in.
Yeah. Effie had six.
Yeah.
Effie had 6 nominations. NMIXX had 5, if I'm counting correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So a little surprised. On the other hand, it looks like the trend this year was to give genre, album, and song of the year awards to the same artist twice, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Let's move on.
Yes, so more winning from the Blackpink girls because Apatu by Rosé and Bruno Mars won the International Song of the Year at the Brits.
Nice.
Big congrats.
Congrats.
And on some more happy news, but this time for Girls' Generation's Tiffany, she has completed the marriage registration with Glenn Johan. So they are officially now a married couple.
Oh, look at
Big
that.
congrats to them. First marriage, right? From the girls' generation?
Yes.
I believe?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Here we go. The married generation. I mean, Soo-young and Han Kyung-ho have been dating for like what feels like almost a decade.
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah. Several of them have been in like relationships for a while now, but first marriage, I think.
Congrats to Tiffany. And Johan too. I mean. Next.
Also, another artist formerly of SM, we have Boa. She has recently launched her own company called Bapal. Is that how we're pronouncing it? Bapal?
I don't know. Let's read the Korean. The Korean article. It says Bapal.
Bapal. Okay.
Bapal.
So that is going to be Boa's company.
It's
wow. Okay.
Apparently, just
I can see that. To be honest, I kind of feel like that feels like a natural move.
I mean, I respect her company. I don't know how I feel about the word, how I feel about the company name sounding like a parody of PayPal, but you know.
Yeah.
Next.
We'll see. Next, we've been talking about this for a while, but finally we have 101 announces 101 Go coming in April. So there's a teaser trailer out there now.
Wow.
With the members. So it is very much happening, coming in April. Yeah.
Wow.
Exciting. I feel like we've been talking about a lot of former groups like 101 that were in survival shows having a resurgence, like coming back, potentially maybe IOI also in talks of that. It's interesting. I feel like I didn't really think it would happen after everything, after how things ended with the Purdue series. So wow, this is great.
Hey, I mean, that's that. This is this.
This is that.
Who knows? Maybe they'll address it on the show. Open it up and be like,
that would be interesting.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Anita. That was me. I'm sorry.
Of course not.
They open up and they start pointing fingers at each other and they're like, it was you.
And I feel like this is through Mnet, right?
It's through Mnet.
It looks like, yeah. So yeah, for sure not gonna come up.
Definitely not happening. But it'd be
not
fun
happening.
All right, a couple more news pieces.
Yes, we have former NMIXX member Jinny will reportedly debut in new virtual group OWIS, possibly pronounced OIS.
Okay.
Virtual group. I'm not that surprised by it. I guess I didn't know that she was gonna go into that because I believe she had a solo thing release, and I thought she was going solo. So this is interesting.
I mean, if I'm completely honest, I don't know how her solo stuff is doing. I haven't been really catching up, being caught up with that. She looks like she hasn't released anything major after her
that one.
solo debut in 2023. Yeah. Wow. I mean, hey, props to her for continuing to keep it forward, keep it going,
Yeah.
Last
bit, we have some tour dates coming out. 2026 IVE Tour The Americas. Stay tuned for further announcements. So we have the tour poster with some initial dates.
Where are they going? They're going to Vancouver, LA, Seattle,
Canada.
San Fran, Dallas, Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Toronto, Sao Paulo, Montevideo, Buenos Aires, Santiago, and Bogota.
Okay, all right. So truly the Americas. Sometimes I feel like we skew to only North America, but wow, okay, this is cool.
The North and the South.
Yeah.
Middle America's kind of missing.
True.
Yeah.
The Mexico Day.
Mexico.
Maybe they will add more.
Well, then, considering the situation at the moment.
Maybe, but we'll see.
I do want to point out, this is Yves that's going to the Americas. It's not Ive.
Yves, sorry, did I mispronounce it?
You said Ive earlier. I was like,
Yves.
Yves. So no Bing Bing in Americas yet. But hey, if you like the White Cat, she's coming. Go check her out. I don't think we need to the State of the Nation today. We've talked a lot today. We're about I think we're sitting at right over an hour and a half. We had the topic of the use of AI in K-pop and how we feel about it. There was like an interview that I pulled out that I wanted to talk about, given that, you know, that's relevant with Blackpink and what happened this week. But we'll save that for we'll save that for another time. Let us know if you want us to talk about that topic in particular, or if you have
others.
Yeah, like if you have other topics that you guys want us to talk about, let us know. The world is in a chaotic place right now, and the way K-pop reacts to it and moves along with it is, I think, what I want to talk about. So, hey, I look forward to your commentary. Thank you for joining me, Anita.
Yes.
Shout outs to Doug. I hope he's feeling better right now next week.
Yes, hopefully all three of us
will
be back.
Hopefully we get back into the regular cycle of recording on Monday. It hasn't
rough?
happened. Yeah, it was like, I really don't want to. I really hope it doesn't come off as like us teetering out. It's just been like a very rough first couple months of the year.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll be back next week with episode 342. Let us know how you feel about Blackpink and all these other Cosmic Girls and NMIXX. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Incoming Snail, Liam's Games and Toys, Natalie, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. Thank you, really.